Do you understand how to avoid the Medicare income-related monthly adjustment amount surcharges, or better known as IRMAA for short? Well, if not, today in our Tuesday tips, we're going to provide you with 4 strategies to help you avoid this particular surcharge, so stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center. And yes, today we are going to be talking about a topic that many retirees try to navigate every single year, and that is how to avoid this Medicare income related monthly adjustment surcharge when it comes to their Part B and Part D premiums, better known as IRMAA for short. Now, I can tell you that if you're not careful and you start taking distributions in retirement, this can really come back to bite you. So today I want to provide you with 4 tips that can perhaps help you avoid this particular surcharge. So let's go ahead and jump into our lesson today. So what exactly is IRMAA? I know many people who are watching this may have already heard of this because they may have already been impacted by this particular surcharge. But basically, IRMAA is nothing more than an extra amount that high-income Medicare beneficiaries have to pay when it comes to their Part B and Part D premiums. So if you want to know ways that you might can avoid this particular surcharge, I'm going to give you 4 tips here. The first tip is that you need to understand and know your income. Because when it comes to the IRMAA surcharges, it's going to be based on your modified adjustment gross income, or also known as your MAGI. Now, understanding your modified adjustment gross income is important because it's going to determine whether you're going to be subject to the IRMAA surcharges or not. Another important aspect of IRMAA is that your income is based on a 2-year look back. So we're now in 2024. So any income that you have earned in 2022 is what they're going to base your Part B and your Part D premium surcharges on. So here, let's go ahead and take a look at the 2024 IRMAA tables. As you can see on the chart here, if you are a single tax filer and your modified adjustment gross income was $103,000 or less, and if you are a married filing jointly couple and that modified adjustment gross income was $206,000 or less, this is for 2024, and this is going to be based on your 2022 income. Remember, your Part B premiums will be $174.70 in 2024, and you will not have any premiums for your Part D. But as you can see, if you go $1 as a single individual above $103,000 of modified adjustment gross income to $129,000, and for a married filing jointly couple, if you go over the $206,000 mark to $258,000 of modified adjustment gross income, your Part B premiums will go up to $244.60 per month, and your Part D premium now will have a surcharge of $12.90. So when you're talking about just going $1 above your modified adjustment gross income for 2024 as it relates to your Part B premiums and this IRMAA surcharge, by doing that, it will cause a 40% increase in your Part B premiums. So as you can see, this can cause a really big issue when you're talking about retirees on a fixed income. The second tip that I want to give you when it comes to trying to avoid the IRMAA surcharges is to make sure that you strategize your retirement withdrawals. Here, you want to consider how are you going to be taking money from your retirement accounts during retirement that may impact that modified adjustment gross income. Now, if you can sit down with a retirement advisor who can help you manage those withdrawals appropriately, you could potentially reduce your modified adjustment gross income and, of course, avoid those IRMAA surcharges. For example, some of the ideas that we would recommend to our clients would be go ahead and make some charitable contributions that would, of course, lower your modified adjustment gross income. You could also utilize Roth IRAs versus traditional IRA dollars when it comes to taking cash distributions in retirement. And another thing that you might want to consider is spreading out the withdrawals that you're going to be taking from your retirement accounts over a few years. For example, let's just say that you wanted to buy a new car and that car was going to cost you $60,000 and you needed to pull that money out of your traditional IRA account, which is going to increase your overall taxable income and your modified adjustment gross income. Well, you could take half of those distributions in December of the current year, and then you can take the other half of those distributions the following year in January in order to get the amount that's needed to buy your new car. Another effective way that you could potentially avoid any IRMAA surcharges on your Part B and Part D premiums is to utilize tax-efficient investment strategies. Here, we look at certain investments like municipal bonds, which can actually generate income that could be completely excluded from your modified adjustment gross income calculations. You could also utilize non-qualified annuities in which all of your interest inside of that particular annuity is tax deferred until you decide to take that money out. That is not the case when you're talking about other vehicles like CDs. So you could take money that's sitting in that CD that's creating taxable income from the interest and transfer that into a non-qualified annuity. And now that interest that you're creating will be tax deferred and not included in your modified adjustment gross income. And obviously, again, you need to have some money built into Roth IRAs. If you can have money through Roth conversions, perhaps, or just funding Roth IRAs throughout your retirement years, you could create strategies from that Roth IRA that will allow you to pull money out in a very tax efficient way because why? No distributions from Roth IRAs are included in your modified adjustment gross income. So if you needed to take a large sum of dollars in retirement, that could help you avoid any potential IRMAA surcharges. And the last tip that I want to give you to help you avoid any IRMAA surcharges is to stay informed and plan ahead. Of course, if you're watching this channel, you're already doing this. The reason why I'm making this as my final tip is because Medicare rules and the IRMAA thresholds can change from year to year, so it's important that you do stay informed. Also, by staying informed, it would enable you to proactively manage your finances better to make sure that you can avoid any surprises when it comes to your Medicare surcharges in any given year. So the overall moral of this video is to make sure that if you want to avoid those pernicious IRMAA surcharges that is related to your Medicare Part B and Part D premiums, you're going to want to make sure that you're speaking to a competent financial advisor who can help you strategize your retirement income properly and avoid any surprises. Please note that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today. And we would also like to hear from you. Let us know what your thoughts are regarding this particular subject matter and leave any questions or comments in the section below. And if you found this information to be beneficial, all that we ask is that you subscribe to this channel so it can continue to grow, like this video, and share it with others.